All right, those of you in sobriety or trying to get there, listen up. Here is an example of being substanceless versus in recovery. You can be without the substance for 10, 15, 20 years. That does not automatically mean you're any more emotionally mature or healed than someone with a year under their belt. The same principle as age doesn't equal maturity. Here's an example. If you have been sober from the substance or behavior for a chunk of time, but are still carrying the weight of guilt or shame over what you did and find yourself triggered on a regular basis, you haven't worked on recovery enough. If you are years into being substanceless, but still have to go to a meeting or call your sponsor every time you feel this guilt or shame or trigger, then you haven't been given the tools to self-regulate and heal the trauma and move on with your life past addiction. That is what recovery is all about. Being an addict to the substance is the surface level symptom of deeper issues. Getting the substance out of the way allows you to adequately dive in and excavate that hurt, that pain, and the beliefs about yourself that came with them. There are many programs that's going to have you believe that being without the substance is to be celebrated. But at the same time, you are still addicted. You get addicted to the meetings and you get addicted to the people and the ability to call a sponsor anytime you get triggered, which is good and bad. Don't get me wrong, but the whole point of being in recovery is to move past it all. Listen, once you have dug deep and you've done the work, you won't feel guilty about your past anymore. And if someone is triggered by that or feels like you haven't met their standard of remorse or paying penance for what you did, that is their own trigger and their own lack of healing. You are not obligated to them whatsoever. Recovery is coming to terms with what you did, clearing out the shame. You'll be able to talk about it with emotional regulation. You don't have to drag a ball and chain around with you for the rest of your life. You don't have to think of addiction as this lifelong disease. So set yourself free.